What's up, everybody? My brothers and sisters of the left hand path and everything in between. I'm here with one of my very best friends in the world. He's my friend, he's my brother, and we also work together. Fellow professional magician, content creator, and author, JD motherfucking Temple. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you so much for having me. The stars aligned tonight for this to work out, and it was just perfect timing and impromptu. Like, thank you for inviting me and having me.
Fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. It's always an honor to have you on, and it's an honor to know you personally and be a personal friend, as well as to work with you in a professional capacity. Yeah, I wasn't planning to do a live tonight. I was painting my, I guess we'll call it my temple slash personal stripper room. I mean, there's a stripper pole in the middle. There's this wall. It's got like, it's full of mirrors. And then this wall is like lined with altars. And this wall's lined with radionics machines. And then over here, the closet, that's full of like 8-inch high heels and lingerie and stuff like that.
Wow.
It's my all-around sex magic temple dedicated to the main entities that I work with. So I decided it was time to paint those walls black, and the wall with the mirrors plastered on it is going to be bright red, and I'm going to go all around the room and paint permanent sigils mixed. It's blood mixed with glow in the dark paint.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my
Dude,
gosh. Sarah's going to flip out. Mothra's going to flip out because you are describing the ultimate sex dungeon room
yes.
that, temple room that she has always wanted, because she has wanted a stripper pole for like the last year, and she wants to take classes and learn how to use it properly and utilize it in ritual work and things, and in the sex magic that we do together. So it definitely sounds like we're certainly like on the same track there, and like that's so awesome. That's really cool. I'm excited about it. I haven't done any of these things yet. I told her that I will certainly do all that for her. I'm gonna, I knew that you had one of those polls and you had put one up before, so I was like, I know he knows about it, so I'll talk to JS and I'll get
it's
it
not
hooked
mine.
up.
Okay, I don't pole dance.
Oh, I know you don't.
Okay. My girlfriend pole dances.
Yes,
but she's never been a stripper ever. The only person that gets to see her dance is me. And when we got together, she was like, yeah, when we got together, she was like, you know what? I'm really not cool with you going to strip clubs. That's a deal breaker for me if you're going to go to strip clubs. You're going to go spend money on other bitches. And I'm like, okay, well, I understand that. But I also really like watching women pole dance. So if I'm not allowed to go to strip clubs, then you need to go learn how to pole dance and become my own personal stripper. And I'll even build you a strip club in our house, and we agreed on that, and it's been like a year, and dude, she is a badass pole dancer.
Wow.
It's like a martial art, bro. Pole dancing
I'm gonna have
is
to
a
get on it
martial art.
then. After Mothra sees this podcast, she's going to be like, "What are you doing, JD? You got to get on it." And I'm gonna be like, "I know." So I am. So you wait and see. I'm gonna hook her up. I'm gonna make her happy. Absolutely.
Well, dude, I've got 2 extra stripper poles because we started off with like an amateur one, and then we got like the next tier, like a better one, and then I just forked over some cash and got like the best one that's going in there after we finish painting.
Mhm.
So yeah, you don't gotta buy one. I'll just fucking give you one when y'all come visit.
Oh man, that'll be cool. Well, thank you.
Who we got in the chat here? The Altar of Darkness. Hello to you as well. LK, hi JS and JD. Hell, Lilith, Hecate, and Belial. Absolutely. Hell, all 3 of those gods and goddesses. Luna's, hell yeah. The Altar of Darkness. Love the Patreon. Thank you. I don't know if you're talking about mine or JD's, but thank you. And if you're not subscribed to both, then you probably should be. Bread Cake, hail Satan, love you guys. Hey, hail Satan, love you too, brother. Hello, how are you? Say yes to single moms.
That's what I was looking at that one too. I wasn't really sure about that one myself. I was like, okay, yeah, like you're going to get a lot of different things in the chat nowadays.
That's okay. And yeah, I mean, at our age, I'm 38. You're probably a little bit older, like a couple years, I think.
Yeah, I'm 40. I turned 44 in April.
Okay, yeah. So at our age, you have to say yes to single moms. So you don't get no pussy unless you're the creepy guy in the club trying to pick up a 19-year-old. Which no, that's a no-go. Anything under 30 is off limits for me. But yeah, single moms are awesome because they know what it's like. Okay, I'll say single moms that raise their children and are good mothers. Let me clarify that. They're awesome because they know what it's like to give a fuck about someone else more than themselves.
Yeah,
So
very
yes, the
true.
single moms. Yes.
And having after my marriage ended, having dated women that didn't have children and dating women that do have children, being a man that has children myself, I would have to be with a woman that has children too, that understands that sacrifice, that understands that love, that understands that commitment. And Mothra understands all of those things and is freaking phenomenal. And so, a woman
Well,
like her is definitely what I would have to have. Yeah.
honestly, do you know any single women under 25 that don't have children?
No, really, no,
'Cause
no.
I don't know any single women under 20 or maybe even 19 that don't have children.
Yeah.
So yes, we're all saying yes to single moms, 100%.
And
Altar of
good job,
Darkness.
single moms. Keep up the good work.
Altar of Darkness says yours, I will, his. That I think that's an incomplete sentence there. You have a Patreon, right?
My Patreon, I was working on it today. It's going to be dropping probably, I would say, in the next week or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm doing with my Patreon really, and I don't want the cat out of the bag, but my channel is going to be getting a lot smaller. I have like 800 and some videos on my channel going all the way back like from 8 years ago. So a lot of that stuff's going to be archived in the Patreon, and then there's going to just be a lot of things that I have never put out. I've got 8 years worth of things, like all kinds of crazy paranormal videos, magic videos, crazy vlogs and crazy places that are pretty spooky and magical. There's going to be monthly healing rituals, as well as a monthly ritual at Lucifer. So it's going to be, it's going to be a little bit of something for everyone. So yeah, I'm looking
Fuck
forward to
yeah.
that a great deal. And
Okay.
that's really going to be where I'm going to be. Of course, my channel, I'll be putting time and effort into that, of course, but really the heart and soul is really going to be going into Patreon. It's probably like what you're going to be doing, really kind of
Yeah,
focusing a
that's what
lot
I'm
of the
doing.
time and attention on Patreon. Yeah, because I mean, you have so much more freedom there, and you don't have to worry of being censored. You don't have to worry about upsetting people. That's something that Mothra and I deal with constantly. If it's not coming from my side of the family, it's coming from her side of the family. Hearing, if we do one little thing that they're not happy with, that they're like, oh, I saw this on there and I saw this on there. And it's like, geez, man, just let us do our thing. So having a Patreon to do that, to where they won't be seeing any of that anyway. I won't have to hear the grief about it on the back end.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, also like you said, we can put more explicit things on Patreon.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is, if I'm, we can't demonstrate the types of hardcore rituals that we perform on YouTube without getting our channels taken down.
Yeah.
So that's one reason to start a Patreon, but the other reason is if we're actually going to teach you guys our shit, then we should get something for it. Because a lot of the people that we teach turn around and try to use it against us. So
Yeah.
if you do that, then at least you paid us to teach you how to do it.
And when you've given your life to this at the level that we have, it's just not that there's anything different than anyone else out there that's been practicing magic for a good long while, and they've got a solid repertoire and skill set. Not that there's anything different between you and I and anyone else out there, but you and I are really putting a lot of ourselves out there and on the line, and it is a little bit different. So as far as like the commitment goes, or really giving your life to it, there's me and you make no bones about it whatsoever. Like, people know. And we have been saying it and shouting it from the rooftops and making videos about it, and we'll be etched in stone, forever and ever. As long as this digital thing exists, me and you are going to be on here, and we're doing this thing.
Yeah.
It's just a whole nother level once you step into it like this, and it really does become your life. Just I never envisioned this quite like it is now, you know. Like when me and you were just talking to each other like 8 years ago or 9 years ago, whatever it was, after the
9 years.
anthology of sorcery, right? And you read my thing and I read your thing, and we were like, "Yo, dude, what's up? Hey, man, hey."
Yeah, neither one of us were doing
Little
YouTube or shit
no,
back then, man.
mm-mm,
Like
yep,
we started at the same time.
like little boys almost still, you know.
Yeah, and we had discussions back then talking about like, oh man, we could really go somewhere with this, and that's we're actually past where we said we were
It's
going.
crazy, ain't it?
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
pretty
dude,
pretty crazy.
it's ugh. It really is so mind blowing, man. Like when you look back on it, and like all your interactions with all of these different demons, the ones that were there then and the ones that you're still working with now, just kind of how you and I are still here, they're still here with us too, and like
Mhm.
they've been there with us down these long, crazy fucking roads, dude, of all of this crazy shit. But like it's all leading to it's all leading to like exactly what we've always wanted. But it's been hard to get there, but it's been exciting as fuck though too.
Yeah, I mean, as far as
It's
I'm
been
concerned,
wild.
having fun doing what I want to do. You know,
Yeah, dude.
I don't do anything that I don't want to do, unless it's like, oh, I don't feel like taking out the trash, but I need to. Like as far as like actually setting out to do shit, nobody tells me what the fuck to do. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. I do things to benefit me and those that I care about and those that commission me to help them. Other than that, fuck, man. All day, every day, I'm doing what I want to fucking do, and I'm happy. I never work a single day because my job consists of either getting on here and doing a video with a good friend like yourself, talking about the shit that I'm fascinated with, or going out in the ritual space and performing crazy demonic working, chopping the head off a rooster or something for a client, which is what I do on my off nights anyway, if I'm not balls deep in the hottest chick on the planet. And hold on, we got some questions here. Uh,
Mhm.
Eric Perez, Satan gonna help you in the end? Okay, the answer is no. Satan gonna help you in the now, right fucking now. Okay, there is no promise to make your life better after death. That's the same thing the government says to you. Like, we're gonna make your life better tomorrow. It's always tomorrow. Like, we just need to put these rules and laws and taxes in place, and eventually it'll make your life better tomorrow. It never gets better. It never gets better. Okay, well, the mainstream religions are the same way. You get on your knees and fucking suffer and put your money in the collection plate and, never indulge in your sexual fucking desires or, go out of your way to make money because money is evil, the root of all evil. So you just fucking punch a clock and, work a slave job every day until you die in your sexless marriage with kids that don't fucking respect you, that can't wait to inherit your fucking shitty old house and your shitty old paid off vehicles. No, Satan gonna fucking help you now, as in make your life worth living in the present. There is no promise to fucking help you tomorrow. It's no, I want what I want fucking now, and he's not gonna give it to you for your soul. He don't want your soul. No, he's gonna fucking show you how to manifest that shit and create it and obtain it for yourself now while you're alive. Fuck. Oh, you think these okay, so let's say the Muslim religion, they're not allowed to have sex with women for pleasure. Okay, women are for making babies. All right, that's it. You're not supposed to indulge in pussy for the sake of sexual pleasure. All right, but if you blow yourself up in the name of Allah to kill some Christians or Jews or whoever else you could declare jihad on that week, then he's going to give you 72 versions when you get, or virgins when you get to his version of heaven, and you'll just be able to indulge in all the fucking hot young ass you've ever wanted during life. Okay, well, if you're not allowed to fuck and smash hot pussy for pleasure in life, then what makes you think Allah's going to let you do it in death? That makes no sense to me. So the way I see it, you're going through life with blue balls and blowing yourself up with the hope to get rid of that shit in the afterlife, only to be disappointed. That's what I think.
Yeah, and like for me too, I find that when I am in a sacred sexual union like that with Sarah, that is when I am the closest to God that I will ever be in this physical form. Like, though that the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy coming together like that in a sacred union, that is God. That is everything. I mean, it's so beautiful, and that unlocks doorways that will help you to manifest whatever the fuck it is that you want. And it is Satan that showed me all of these things, and left hand past spirituality that has really opened the door to indulging in that kind of closeness and that kind of connection and
Yeah.
that kind of power and that kind of energy. Like, they're really and truly at this point in time in my life, there really is not a damn thing negative that I do in my life on my path that's like detrimental to me. Like, and I'm not living my life in a way that is disingenuine or, deceitful. Just a lot of ways that I used to live back, when I was a struggling Christian and really trying my best to live a good life, but just being a horrible bastard. Now I can say that I'm a good man. And like I have learned, like these demons taught me that. I was taught how to
Mhm.
be a good man by demons. Like I was not being a good man. I was being a fucking asshole a lot. Like there were so
I
many
agree.
things.
Same here, man. Same here.
Mhm.
I look back on the man that I was, 12 years ago before I really started. I don't even want to say walking this path. Is more like getting drugged down this path and finally decide to pick my feet up and walk it. I look back on the guy I was growing up, as a teenager, as a young adult, and I'm not proud of that guy. I mean, there's things that I'm proud about. Like I was never a weak man or an evil man or whatever, but just the way I thought, my thought process, and my actions, and the decisions I made, and how I made those decisions, and what I based them on going through life. I'm like, that motherfucker was an idiot, and I can look back on myself a year ago and call myself a fucking idiot. And that lets me know now that I have grown and learned and become a better man than I was a year ago. So
Mhm.
ideally, I mean, we've had this conversation 5 years ago,
Yep.
on a
Yep.
podcast. Like 5 years from now, I'm going to look back at myself and say, what a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
What a
Yep.
dumbass I was
Yeah.
sitting here right now saying I'm a
Mhm.
dumbass. Yes, I am a dumbass. And I will be 10 times smarter in the future. And I'm 10 times better now than I was in the past. So fuck yeah, man. That's
Mhm.
what life is about. And this path is about growing and becoming better every day.
Yeah, yes. I mean, and it really just, it gives you a relentless craving for that, just to be better, to be better. And also too, to make the people's lives around me better, because the better I make my life, then I'm, just by proxy able to make everyone else's life better around me. And I really do get off on that big time. That's what I really want, like that's
Yeah.
really what makes me happy is making the people that I love and that are around me that help me every day and support me, making them happy too. That's what fulfills me, and like that's not what most people would think that a black magician would say, right? Everybody in this whole world really and truly has it so ass backwards and so wrong. And maybe
Mhm.
that is also for a reason because this isn't for everyone. And this is a very special thing. And not just any old dummy out there is going to get it, and not any old dummy out there really would even be able to embrace it if they wanted to, because again, this is not for everyone. There's going to be people that are always going to live in a distorted reality here where they're never ever going to be able to see any semblance of truth. They may live in some ignorant, very ignorant, blissful ignorance, but they'll just never really be able to see beyond the veil like we do. And that's it's an awesome thing, but that's a difficult thing too. Once you can do that, because of course you can't undo it once you see it. And once you start living life in this ways, you really have to keep moving forward with it. I don't really see a way out of it necessarily, not for people like me and you.
Yeah, I mean, you can never unknow something, and the only way you can become a person like you or me is to uh, dive head first into that black ocean or step across that line into the darkness. And the term "blinded by the light" that's very real. When you're standing in the light, you can't see shit else, right? You're
Yep.
blinded by it. So, in order to see everything that the light illuminates, you kind of need to step out of the light into the darkness.
Yep.
Walk into the darkness and then look back at the light. And you can see everything that it's
And
illuminating. But if you got your fucking nose stuck up the light bulb's ass, then you're not going to see
and
shit.
and I'll tell you,
Um,
if you're serious about it, they will move heaven and earth and mountains to facilitate the growth of your path if you're serious about it.
yeah,
They really will,
absolutely.
man. Like, I mean, I've seen it time and time again. Like, once you're really serious about this and you set your heart on it, your life will begin to unfold in such a way that nurtures your path. Not that there's not going to be difficulties, but like it just, they're like, oh, you want to live in this world? Like, okay, we'll give you a glimpse and then we'll show you how to
Mhm.
be a commander of it. And like, for a lot of people, that sounds really great, but for a lot of people, then they once they began to live in that world, they're like, "Holy shit, this is kind of scarier than I thought it would be." Actually, being in charge and actually calling the shots, and actually not
Then you
just
have to
kind
take
of like riding
accountability.
along. Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but
Mhm.
that's where the strength and the power comes in. Like once you can really take responsibility for your life, and that's the thing that Lucifer has always been on me about is really just is being responsible and taking responsibility. And he's helped me to grow into a man more and more and more. um and that's been a delicate balance too, through like my path has stripped me down emotionally, like in so many different ways. Like it's just like my like, do I? Everyone needs therapy, but typically my therapists are these demons. I've got some of the best therapists that you could ever want, really. I mean, they have the insight. They know me. They know my life. I can't lie to them, even if I wanted to. They know my bullshit, and I can't hide from them.
Yeah.
I can't hide from me.
Therapy only works if you're honest with your therapist.
Yeah.
Okay, so demon therapy is great because you can't lie to them.
Yeah.
You could try, but no. Like you could go to a professional therapist, and if you tell them like this whole facade lies and bullshit about the situation in your life, then they're going to give you advice based on what you've told them. And if you lied to them, then it's not going to be the best advice that they could give you. But
Mhm.
yeah, you go to someone like Belial or Lucifer, say I need a therapist. I need you to help me. Okay, what do you need help with? And you start fucking talking bullshit. Yeah, yeah. You just might get checked.
Yeah,
You get
for
less
sure.
than honesty.
And
Let's touch on the. All
oh
right, sorry.
yeah, sure. Go ahead. No, go
I
for
was
it.
gonna say let's touch on the comments here.
Hmm.
Let's see. Peace and love. Jesus. I agree with you. Jesus is Lord because if you look at the ancient Gnostic texts, Jesus and Lucifer are described as the almost exact same being, only slight differences. Son of the morning, morning star. Jesus walked upon the mountain with Lucifer, and Lucifer offered Jesus all of the kingdoms of the earth if he would just side with him. And he supposedly said no, but now we call him the King of Kings. We also call him the Messiah, which Messiah translates and means lizard king or lizard's king, as in king of the lizards. And we always depict Satan and demons as reptilian like beings. So yeah, I'm gonna say Jesus. If he actually did all the shit that they say he did in the Bible, including giving curses that wiped out entire cities like dusting your feet, and we're talking about the craziest, baddest, most fucking destructive and powerful black magician in history. And the term Christian means Christ-like. And if you are a Christian, then you are someone who strives to be Christ like. Therefore, by practicing black magic, necromancy, baneful magic, healing magic, sacrificial magic, then me and my friend JD here and everybody else that we associate with, we're more Christians than any of you. Period. So, yes, keep on preaching that word because you are right. You're right, but you don't know it for the reasons you're not right for the reasons you think. You're right for the reasons that you don't know. But either way, you're right. So we don't care. Hail
Very well
Jesus and hail
put.
Satan both.
Hail, absolutely. and,
All right.
and
The
thanks
altar of
everyone for
darkness.
being here
Drop that.
too.
Sorry, what?
I said, and thanks for everyone that is here too. Like, that
Oh
we really
yeah.
appreciate everyone that's here. Yeah.
Altar of darkness. Drop that Patreon and I'll join top tier. I'm assuming they're talking to you, JD,
Cool. Thank
because you're
you.
about to
Yeah,
drop
man.
it.
It's really going to be awesome, man. Like, um, and really my Patreon is really going to it's really going to be kind of like Lucifer's hub. It's something that he's been wanting to happen for a long time, so it's really going to have to do a lot about him. Yeah.
Fuck
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jay the Sage, what's up, y'all? How we doing tonight? We're doing great, brother. Thank you for
Mhm.
tuning in.
So good.
Glad to have you back. Bread and Cake and JS, I don't know how to find your Patreon. All right, it's just JS Garrett / hijacking reality. Same as my YouTube channel. It's JS Garrett hijacking reality. I try to keep it shit simple. So if I had a whole bunch of different cool, awesome names for everything, then yeah, we get confusing. So we'll put the links to my Patreon as well as JD's in the description. Once that's dropped, you'll be able to get it if you are watching this after the fact. Wider Abbey THC just says cowards. Okay. Well, I mean, it takes balls to get on camera and talk about this kind of shit, and especially when I'm extremely camera shy. So tell me how I'm a coward. All right. Aaron666, what's up, brothers? Hey, man, thank you for joining. I'm trying to donate. I do not have super chat on because I have not monetized this. I'm going to do that very soon. This is like an old YouTube channel that I started using again, and I'm building it back up. So yeah, I'll get it monetized, and we can do super chats. But I appreciate that. But this is not about making money here. This is just about having a good chat with my good friend here and interacting with all of you good people that support us.
Yeah.
The Odur. He never answers email. I don't know if you're talking about me or JD, but
Well,
we do
I'm
our best to
sorry
answer.
that it usually does take me 2 or 3 days to get back to people on a typically 48 hours, 72 hours. Sometimes it doesn't, but at the longest, it's usually that. So if I missed your email some kind of way, I'm sorry. If you're talking to me, shoot me another one and I'll definitely get to you without a
Yeah,
doubt.
same here. I mean, all right, so we have to sleep sometime, and we work with people and have clients that are all over the world in different time zones. So we're getting messages and emails and comments and over, like just all day, every day. And so whenever I turn the phone off and sleep for 8 hours because I'm exhausted, maybe I've been up for 2.5 days, freaking just working my ass off, taking naps here and there. I'm like, all right, I got to clock out, turn the dinger off, and I'm sleeping for a good 8 hours. I wake up to 100 fucking messages between all three of my emails and YouTube and Messenger and Patreon and all the other places of text that people could contact me. I've got a lot of fucking messages. So sometimes messages get buried underneath other messages and it's impossible to keep up with everything. I prioritize the messages that I get from my clients. If I am actively working on a case for them, and I do my best, very best, to keep up with everyone else. I know JD does too. So if we
Yeah.
miss a message from you, or we miss you in the comments, then just hit us again. It's not
Yep.
being rude or malicious. There's only so many. We all make mistakes, you know.
Yeah.
The Altar of Darkness, 25 years as a deliverance minister, now doing this and actually living the true path. Fuck
That's
yeah,
so
man.
cool. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Um, I'm glad to hear that. I've spoken to many people that came from the church, either the Catholic priests or ministers from the Southern Baptist, German Baptist, things like that. Most of us were raised Catholic or Christian or
Mhm.
Mormon or even
Yep.
Arabic, and dude, it's your first obstacle. Your first obstacle is being raised to think backwards. This
It's
whole
a big
world is
one.
upside down. And at some point, it could be when you're young, it could be when you're old, it could be something crazy that happens to like really ring your fucking bell, that makes you start thinking differently, upside down. Like, okay, what's right feels wrong, and what's deemed as wrong actually that kind of makes sense and feels right. And you realize that reality has been inverted. So like think backwards, and you're probably pretty close to sanity at that point. Whatever
Yeah.
you're being told to think is probably the opposite.
I mean, it really is true in this world, like everything that tastes good is bad for you, and da 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 da, on and on and on and on. I mean,
I know
like,
ayahuasca tastes horrible.
oh gosh, yeah. I mean, every even poison can be a medicine. A powerful medicine. I mean, I owe so much to Mother Aya, to ayahuasca, and I mean, I haven't sat with the medicine going on almost 2 years now, so I am absolutely terrified to ever go do it again. But I definitely will. But when I first went and sat with Mother Aya, I was going through a horrible, and at that point in time had been like a 4-year crystal meth addiction, and I could not, I was like trying to heal myself, of course, magically, but I was inundated by the spirit of that substance. And, um, Mother Aya just reached out to me, through the ether and told me, like, you bring your ass here and I will fix it. And the first fucking night, dude, I did it three times that weekend, but the first night, that was literally that whole 4-year horrific addiction that I could not take care of no matter what I did. That it was totally removed from me, man. And I mean, that was incredible. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, dude. That was something. I mean, I was so blown away by that. And that changed my life. I mean, that was, of course, anyone that's ever dealt with any kind of monkey like that, you know what I'm talking about. It's a motherfucker. But Mother Aya, man, I tell you, and just like once you open your perception to that psychedelic world, and you begin to see that, like, really and truly, like, it correlates so much with magic, these spirits in that realm, it jives together, like peanut butter and jelly. I mean, it is really, there's so much that you can do there. And of course, I mean, people can get to these transcendental states of mind through meditation and things of that nature. I mean, you really got to be one hell of a meditator to be able to get to that level. I mean, most yogis probably couldn't even really do it. So, if you want to get to these transcendental states of mind and this non-ordinary reality, you really do have to sit with some of these plant teachers. And man, I tell you, that opens up a whole new world of possibility, especially regarding your magic, in my opinion.
Uh, yeah, I think you said that very well, man. Very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So, GR524. Hello, guys. Hey, what's up, brother? Aaron666. JD, you, JS, and Behemoth X helped me so much. Thank you.
Aw, hell yeah. What's up, Aaron? Love you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Great to
Thank
see
you
you.
for saying that, man. I love getting
Yeah.
positive feedback. Lets us know that what we're saying and doing has value, you know?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, because I'm sure, JS, you've probably gotten more grief from your family and people that love you over this shit, over the years. I mean, I know I have, and I still fucking do, and I always will with certain people and like from my past and people in my family. And so it is so good to hear positive feedback and that we do touch people's lives and we do help to improve people's lives. I mean, that's what it's all about. And to get that kind of recognition, man, it means the world because there are definitely forces out there that do not want me doing this. There's forces out there that don't want JS doing this. There's forces out there that don't want any of you doing this. um, and you all know, like demons will use people for their agendas, and archons will definitely use people for their agendas too. And the people closest to you are going to be the ones that you're going to get the most grief from if they're not in alignment with your spirituality. But just remember that it's yours, it's not theirs. It doesn't belong to them. Your spirituality is personal to you and you alone, and if it makes sense to you and if it's improving your life, then I don't see the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So actually, I actually haven't gotten any grief from my family about what I do.
That's
Part of
awesome.
that, well, part of that is because I don't keep contact with the majority of them. Like the aunts, uncles, and cousins on my father's side, they live up north. I've only met them all a handful of times. Don't really know them. And my mom's side of the family in the south, I haven't had anything to do with them in almost 20 years. Um, over
I
family
mean,
situations
yeah,
that yeah, I mean, but my close family members, my father, brother, sister, a few cousins that I know, like they come to me when something's wrong, and all of them
right.
have sat down and summoned demons with me. And like the people in my life, like I tell them, I don't hide what I'm about from anybody. From anybody. If I'm in the store and I'm like buying peppercorns, cinnamon sticks,
And you're like, what are
molasses,
you
mason
doing?
jars, they're like, "What's this for?" I'm like, "Black magic." There's like
Oh,
a
they're
bull
like,
heart
okay.
there. Like a cow heart. Like, what are you gonna do with the cow heart? Like, I'm gonna give someone a heart attack. They're just like, hey,
They're
can I
like,
throw
right
can I
on.
throw my
Okay.
ex-wife's name in there? And I'm like, no, but you can subscribe to my Patreon and you find out how to do this shit, motherfucker.
Oh God, that's awesome.
And I don't get a lot of flack from vegans or even Christians either. Really on the live streams, that's the only place that people make comment. Like some dude named Muhammad says you're going to hell, and okay, well, um,
We're already there, brother.
all right, that's cool, man. But yeah, I don't get a lot of shit from people because I mean, what do they stand to gain by fucking with me? Really, nothing.
Yeah.
So let's see. Do we have any more questions? If you have questions for JD or I, now is the best time to ask them because, like I said, we get a lot of messages and we can fucking answer them a whole lot quicker here on the live.
Yeah,
Austin says you both
absolutely.
rock. All right. Hello. I see the real Lucifer symbol on the left. Okay. Yes. I had a tornado on Wednesday in Livonia, Mitch. Awesome. I love tornadoes. As long as they're not fucking tearing up my house, they're beautiful. If you can see them off in the distance. Says anti complot tu pers. Ah, okay, fuck. I can't even say that. Says, don't you think Luciferian? It's only dark Jewish cabal? Question mark. Anton LaVey was Jewish. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Could care less either. Good channel. Thank you. Say the same dude that I can't pronounce says God exists. I speak with and he make me gifts. I ask nothing and he give me gifts. Okay. Well, I'm sure everything's wonderful for you there in Nigeria. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna read any more of his stuff because it's broken English. Oh God. Anybody got any real questions? It says Altar of Darkness. It's true. It's sacrifice. I just had Belial death. He literally took me out and raised me in ICU. Long story. Well, awesome. Awesome. Let's see. So, Deja Rain. Holy shit. Right moment in time. Love you both. Hails. Hails. Thank you.
Hey, Deja.
Let's see. Geoff has never done one drug in 64 years. Never smoked a cigarette. Never drank a Coca-Cola. Okay. Because caffeine is a drug too. But no, I get what you mean. And hey, yeah, that's something to be proud of, man. That is something to be proud of. Let's see. I'm looking for questions here. Serious occult questions. Has anyone seen EA lately? His behavior is not the same. Just saying. Yeah, I saw EA a few weeks ago. We did a group ritual boot camp out in Utah, and yeah, he's not on YouTube or Facebook anymore, but he is on Odyssey and TikTok. And yeah, EA's doing great. He's doing better than I've ever seen him do
And
before.
and man, that's how you know, like sometimes, like my behavior can be totally weird and different. And like it just, it depends on what's going on in my life. It depends on what spirits I'm working with. Sometimes too, I can like definitely carry a little bit of, I would say, residual stress and pressure related to like clients lives of things that I'm doing for them, and that can certainly wear on me. And I know I can like be kind of oh, my behavior can be weird and different, and I think it just kind of goes with the territory of what we do. Like I can certainly be like just powerful workings and doing really in-depth magic like this a lot. Yeah, I mean, it certainly causes me to be a little different sometimes. So I'm sure that EA goes through that too. I'm sure you've experienced that sometimes too, JS. Like,
Oh,
you know, uh, but I definitely I'm a little more extra there, I guess, in comparison to some people, because I'm kind of actually, I guess, like three or four people in one person's body sometimes, but I try to keep it at one and one only.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
That gets to be too much
T-Man,
for some people and too much for me too.
T-Man says, "Hey DJ, or I guess he meant JD. Hey JD, do you have any group rights coming up in the near future?"
Yes, there'll be one coming up in the next like month or so. And me and JS were talking about doing one together actually
Yeah.
too in like the next month or two. So yeah, there'll be some coming up. I know JS has some on his Patreon that he'll be doing. I'll have a monthly one with Lucifer that I'll be doing every month on my Patreon. But outside of Patreon, there's still going to be additional group workings that will be happening. So yeah, be on the lookout because we're going to be doing a lot of them, I'm sure. Because I mean,
I'm
I
doing
did.
a group ride on the 8th here in like 2 days.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's a sacrificial rite with Bune or Boone. It's a
Hmm.
wealth rite.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm doing a group ritual every month. I'm putting it on my website. You can sign up through the website for
Hmm.
$100, making it very affordable. And if you're a Patreon subscriber, you get it for free. So
That's
yeah,
how I'm gonna
each
do mine too. Exact, just
all right.
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So each month I'm doing a group ritual for a different purpose.
Hmm.
And yeah, you can sign up for it. Or if you're, like I said, if you're a Patreon subscriber, you're automatically included for free.
That's perfect. That is perfect, man. And I tell you, man, I felt a huge, huge burst after that in that last group working that y'all did in Utah. And thank you for including me in that too. I appreciate that. What
Um,
did you see?
so on my Facebook post where I said we were about to go live, I commented, I said JD is going to show his nipples.
Oh,
And so Candy B says, was the nipple show clickbait? Hashtag just asking. Well, I guess that's a question for JD. JD,
yeah.
or I told him you were going to show your nipples, so it's up. I can't force you to, but I mean, it's up to you, bro. It's up to
If
you.
if Mothra was here and she were comfortable with it, then I certainly would. But I definitely would not do that to her with her not here for sure. So, I'm sorry, I have to decline. I have to decline because I love my woman. But thank you though. Maybe next
Okay.
time.
All right. If
Mhm.
anybody wants to see my nipples, I don't give a fuck. I'll show them. All right. So Aaron 66. All right. What? Okay. Austin says, "What do you do when you are on a path working but don't feel like you should do rituals? I think I should do more, but I feel like not doing any." Okay, that's a damn good question because
That's a block, man. I've been there
I,
before like that.
yeah. I've been through that on every single crazy path working that I've done. I go through like this lull where I know that I am supposed to be doing
Mhm.
workings based for that path working, but it's like I feel like I can't, or I feel like I don't want to.
Yeah,
It's
you
my,
get frozen and stuck.
it's resistance. It
Yep.
is resistance,
Yep.
is
It
what it
means
is.
it's going to be powerful, and it means you need to be doing it because it
Yeah.
is resistance. Yeah, me and you, man, we experienced so much resistance on some of our most
Mhm.
powerful workings we've done together. Tons of resistance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the more important a ritual is that you need to do, or the more important a path working is, the more intense it is, the more resistance you're going to have. Because nothing fucking good comes easy. All right. And the Matrix, as we call it, this holographic reality that we're all trapped into, stuck in, trapped in, has a fence system. Okay. Reality does not want to be altered. So whenever you attempt to take the reins and alter reality to a reality of your choosing, you trigger that built in fence system and it works against you to try to prevent you from making that change. And so, what you have to do is get violent, ruthless with that shit. You have to say, no, fuck you. Fuck this fence system. I don't care how many things go wrong to prevent me from doing this ritual. I'm going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it if it fucking kills me, if it takes me 10 tries. I don't care if it rains 10 days in a row before I plan to do this ritual. As soon as it fucking stops raining, because it has to stop sooner or later, I'm getting out there and doing this fucking ritual. And once you do it, it's like,
Yeah, dude. The
yeah,
whole weight with the weight of the world's lifted off of you, and it's crazy because once the Matrix has identified that you have the ability to wield this power, it's going to start working against you because it doesn't want to have to work harder to alter what it's trying to do in its design to make up for all of the little things that you're going to be doing, all the monkey wrenches you're going to be throwing in its system. So it's definitely going to put the resistance on you. I've went through periods of time that are similar to that where I really just don't feel like doing the ritual or I'm feeling a lot of resistance. But I call this like the matrix fog, where it will be so subtle that you won't even realize that you're not doing the ritual for like 5 or 6 weeks. You may just one day realize, holy shit, 6 weeks has passed. I haven't done this ritual. I haven't done any of these things. Like, how did that happen? And the matrix will very subtly lull you into that matrix fog, and you're going to snap out of it whenever you snap out of it. But that's a real phenomenon for sure. I've experienced it so many times.
oh yeah, oh yeah. So I can't pronounce that, but it says, "Does the amulet of Shimyaza require a meditative state to use?" No, no. Just putting that around your neck is using it. It will protect you, and there are specific workings that you can use that for to manifest things on the spot, on the fly, whenever you need to. Um, there's so many different ways to use that. I've done video after video after like an
Oh, dude,
interview
I've
after
used the
interview
master key. I've
talking
used the
about that.
master key in all kinds of ways. Like really,
Yeah, I use it
in
in
all kinds of
everything.
ways.
I mean, fuck,
Hmm.
it's a part of every ritual I do. I tattooed it on my body, like it's an
Yeah,
open,
yeah.
permanent sigil on my body. So I'm always using it. Let's see. Rain, Deja Rain. You give me the strength to carry on. Bless you both. Hey, thank you.
Right on.
Thank you. And we absolutely appreciate you saying that. And
Yeah.
if we didn't have viewers, we wouldn't have any reason to get on here and talk anymore.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So thank you as well. So, how do I develop spiritual awareness after my third eye was obliterated? What is the best way, JD? I don't sense or hear spirits.
Well, I would definitely surround yourself with amethyst. That's certainly going to help. I would, if I don't know what you mean by you obliterated your third eye necessarily. I take it that means that you feel that you are like in psychosis and things a lot, to where you're not really perceiving reality in a ordinary way ever. Is that kind of what you're meaning, um, that you're having issues like emotional and psychological issues as a result of this? Is that what you mean by obliterated, or?
Um, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard to understand exactly what they mean by that question. I guess I have a question from them: is how the fuck was your third eye obliterated? All right, no one can obliterate your third eye. All right, there are curses that people will put on other, you know, magicians or whatever to attack their third eye. Okay, well, it's kind of hard to say whether or not something like that worked or didn't work. I'd rather attack their right eye or their left eye. That way I can see it manifest when they lose that fucking eyeball. But it sounds like you're dealing with some type of blockage. And the only advice I could give you would be to actually like thrust yourself head on into some type of hardcore path working that resonates with you. Even if I don't think it's possible to obliterate your third eye, but even if it has been obliterated, anything that can be done with magic can be undone with magic.
Yeah.
So
I,
yeah,
I, I would I
powerful.
would definitely say to get back to some basics like some salt baths, use some amethyst, put some mugwort in with the salt. I would use like 4 cups of sea salt or Epsom salt in a bath, even up to 6 cups, like really make it salty. But just meditation and the vibration of different frequencies, um, like um, what are those beats called? Binaural beats and things of that nature. Um, Focusing too on your mouth of God, which is like your zeal chakra on the back of your head. That is an area that does work in unison with with your third eye, and it does help us kind of support what's happening with your third eye. It really works with your crown and your third eye; they kind of all work together. But the thing about your mouth of God, which is a connection point, it's right under that knot that's on the back of your skull. There's a soft palate right here, and you can kind of massage it. That Lucifer showed me this has probably been 9 years ago. He came to me during a consultation. He just like, it was weird. I was talking to this guy on a consultation. I'll just give you some little backstory. And as I was talking to this guy, I just somehow went into like a trance, and I wasn't even talking to him anymore. And he was I think he was talking and I was gone, but Lucifer was just standing right there in front of me. He looked like translucent blue, like those blue Christmas lights. He looked like that. But he showed me, he said, this connection point right here, the mouth of God, this is where spirits will attach and tether themselves to you when they're working with you or communicating with you. So really, like, there's a lot of things that people attribute to the third eye that really are a working of the mouth of God. And spirit communication is one of those things. It's really taking place here and not here. And you will notice, or a lot of people may notice, that a lot of spirits will manifest behind you. And reason being for that is because they're connecting to you in a very powerful way by connecting to your mouth of God right there. And it's almost like a portal that's built into your energetic body that allows them to make a solid connection. That's just something I felt inclined to mention right now.
Oh yeah, man. Ocean says 2 perfect showings of a failed specimen. Um,
I
I'm
guess
not
that's a
sure what
compliment.
I'm not sure. Is that a compliment or an insult? I'm not sure. As far as the specimen goes, yeah, JD is a specimen. You want to show him your Pringles can, bro?
No, not tonight. Next
Okay.
live, though, yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yes. Yes. That is not a failed specimen for sure. I've never seen it, but I've heard about it.
It's
Let's.
a junior. It's a junior mint.
It's a Pringles can. Deja says EA does a lot of strange movements and flinches a lot when he goes live. He says he is in recovery, but I don't know. So yeah, I've noticed, EA rocking a lot and stuff whenever he's, doing live streams. I do the same thing. I catch myself. I'm in a rocking chair. I'll sit here and go back and forth. I'll tell you why. Because it's so fucking hard to sit still when I have this much energy all the time. And one of the reasons I did an experiment on myself earlier. I have 2 vampire boxes, 2 enhanced vampire boxes. So I went to the zoo and I took a bunch of pictures of these wild fucking animals. And I put 4 pictures of 4 wild animals, like a giraffe, a bull, a goat, fucking snake. I put them on the vampire box with a picture of myself. I went and set up another vampire box and did it. And I turned them on and I forgot about it. Like I went to doing something else and I forgot. I was like, man, I feel fucking wired. I can't, like I normally would be sleepy right now, but I want to do a lot. I was like, oh yeah, turn those boxes on. So I'm gonna leave them on. Let's see how long I can take it. But yeah, it's hard to sit still for an hour when you are just like pinging off fucking walls and doing this type of crazy magic. So yeah, I catch myself
So
rocking.
sometimes when I'm channeling, I'll rock when I'm channeling.
Yeah.
And I noticed too, and I'll do that on a live stream. And like when I'm channeling too a lot, my left eye will usually like almost close all the way, and my other eye gets kind of weird looking. So I know like I know we all do some strange things sometimes. We don't even know we're doing it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I usually get a chub when I'm channeling, but you can't see them. Can't see that. Not unless I stand up. All right, next one.
Oh, we can say happy birthday to Crystal. This person said, "Can you say happy birthday to my sister Candace?" Happy birthday, Candace.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Candace. I haven't made it that far down. I'm still kind of high up here. Try not to miss anybody's comments or questions. Aaron says I have 3 altars for Azazel, Marabas, and Belial. Do you know what type of incense does Belial like? Frankincense is supposed to be his favorite. Second favorite is supposed to be dragon's blood. Don't take my word for it.
Sandalwood, red sandalwood works pretty well for him
Mhm.
too, and copal.
Yeah, I don't know any spirits that don't like sandalwood. Like that's like my go-to for an evocation. Like if I'm like, oh, I don't know what kind of incense they may or may not like. I always grab like sandalwood, lavender, fucking frankincense, and I've only ever had an entity complain about incense one time, and that actually happened to be Belial. I went to a flea market, and they had these huge sticks of homemade incense, and it was
Mhm.
These were frankincense and myrrh mixed together. They didn't have just straight frankincense. I was doing it right with Belial that night. I'm like, all right, give me that, And so I put like 5 or 6 of them around the fire and lit them. And I'm in the middle of the ritual, and he said that incense smells like shit. And it like stopped me in the middle of what I was doing. I was like, I hadn't even smelled it yet. So I went down and like got a whiff of the. I was like, it did. It smelled just like shit, dude. Like it smelled like doo doo for
A
real.
lot of the
I was
cheaper
like,
incense use like pig shit as a base, from what I've
dude, I
heard.
was like, damn, that incense does smell like shit. Hang on.
Yeah.
So I pulled them all out of the ground and chucked them out in the woods. But yeah, that's the only time I've had a complaint about incense, man. You know, if it says in a book or whatever that the spirit's favorite incense is dragon's blood, and you don't have dragon's blood, but you have some other type of incense, use what you got, or don't use incense at all. You don't need fucking incense.
Yeah. Thought I
Oh,
lost you.
there we go.
There we go.
Lost you for a second.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know what happened. It just zoomed out for a second.
Yeah, now I
Yeah,
can
now I
barely
can
hear
barely hear
you,
you,
and I can
and
hear
I can hear
myself
myself
echoing.
echoing. Oh know. I don't know why. I'm on my phone. I don't know what it would be or what it would do.
Something happened.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Let's see. Well, I mean, we've been on for an hour now,
so
we're probably going to wrap it up pretty soon. Real role models are that of JS and JD. Thank you. We're not even trying to be role models. We're just putting our shit out there. People want to listen, and they're welcome to. Ocean, I pray on your downfall, and may God not be so merciful with you. Oh, thank you for your prayers. It feeds us, whether it's negative or positive. Lucifer and the hidden demons. How's that path working for you? So far, it's worked great for both of us.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way, even in the most difficult of times during any of the path workings that I've embarked on. I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't do it any differently. And I sincerely mean that, like, without a doubt, I would not. There's no other way for me.
Ava says, "You're a Satanist? Question mark? Just a question. Okay. I don't know if it's for me or JD, but the answer for me is no, not a Satanist. I am the Satanist. Okay, I am the motherfucking Satanist. That is your answer.
And like, whenever I have someone ask me that, I really don't ever know what to say, because I know that what their idea of what a Satanist is typically is not anything that I'm doing or associated with. So usually I'll say no to that question, because it's usually what I'm doing is not what they think it is. So, yeah, like, I'm not into like Hollywood Satanism or whatever they're trying to make it look like it is. I'm certainly not out here stealing my neighbor's cat and skinning it alive and hurting children and cheating on my partner, or like any of these kinds of things, or just hurting people because it's fun or something. I don't want to hurt people anytime, ever. Yeah.
To me, Satanist means adversarialist. I mean, someone who thinks for themselves, does not bow down to anyone, does not submit to any type of authority, and does not let anyone else tell them how to think, feel, or believe. All right. So there's traditional, there's atheistic, and there's a whole bunch of other shit in between. So yeah, I mean, Satan is like a term for anybody that's not a Christian, Muslim, or Jew. So yeah, we're Satanists, we're Catholics, and we're also Christians because we practice the same type of black magic that Christ did. So yeah, we're all of the above.
I mean, and like, so many people, if they really looked at, like, satanic philosophy, they would see that most of that stuff is probably in alignment with their beliefs, and probably has been their entire lives. Like, if you're a black sheep, an outcast, like, if you've really been kind of one of those people that has been like rooting for the underdog, like, you've got like Lucifer's energy all over you.
Mark says, praise Jesus. Yes, praise Jesus. 100%. Ultimate black magician.
They're saying I'm echoing really badly now, and I don't know why. I guess it started echoing as soon as it did that weird glitch thing.
I hear myself echoing.
I don't know why. I'm not even using a microphone. I'm just using my phone.
I don't know how to fix it. Turn it back on.
I'll mute it. See if that does anything.
Yeah, you got quieter, and I started echoing. But it's all right. We're about to wrap this shit up. We've been on for a while. I know we have not gotten through the chat here. But hey, thank you guys for coming on and listening to us, participating with us. We love doing this shit. Thank you, brother, for coming on the live.
Thank you.
We'll do one on your channel next. It'll be Frontal Empire.